In this video, I will show you how to highlight dates between two dates in Excel like this. So let's get started. Here in this Excel sheet, I have two columns, one for the amount and another for the transaction date. Now I want to highlight the transaction dates between 1st January and 31st December 2024 in light yellow color. To do that, I will use the Excel date function. The date function returns a date based on the specified year, month and day values. For example, this date formula will return the date 1st January 2024, while this date formula will return the date 31st December 2024. Once I get the start and end dates, I will check if the cell contains a date that is between these two dates. That is, the date must be greater than or equal to the start date and less than or equal to the end date. Since both of these conditions must be true, I will use the Excel AND function to combine them. Let's create a formatting rule based on the formula. Select the range of the cells containing transaction dates. Now go to the Home tab, click the Conditional Formatting option and then select the New Rule menu item. Select the Use a Formula to determine which cells to format option from the rule type list. Now we need to enter our custom formula that will either return a true or false value depending upon the cell value. I will enter this formula that checks if the date is between the two dates using the AND and date functions. I will use the first cell in the range, cell C3, to check if it is between the start and end dates. Excel will automatically apply this formula to the remaining cells in the selected range. Now click the Format button to open the Format Cells dialog box. Since we want to change the cell background to yellow color, select the Fill tab from the top. I am going to choose the light yellow color as the background. Click the OK button to close the Format Cells dialog box. Make sure to check the Preview section to confirm the cell format. This custom cell format will be applied to a cell only when the formula we entered returns true for that particular cell. In this case, this format applies when the date is between two dates. Click the OK button to close the Conditional Formatting dialog box. As you can see, all the date cells containing the date between 1st January and 31st December 2024 are now highlighted with the light yellow color. We can also refer to a cell value containing the date instead of hard-coding the date directly into the formula. For example, in this Excel sheet, I have the start and end dates stored in the F2 and F3 cells respectively. I will slightly change the formula to check if the current date value is between the start and end date values stored in these cells. I will also make the F2 and F3 cell references absolute using the dollar signs like this so that it does not change when Excel applies this formula to other cells. As you can see, all the dates between these two dates are now highlighted in yellow color. This conditional formatting rule is dynamic, which means that if you modify any date value, the format will be changed automatically. For example, if we change any date value to make it between the specified dates, the selected format will be applied automatically. Similarly, if we make any formatted date value less than the start date or greater than the end date, the yellow background color will be removed like this. Additionally, since we have now referred to the start and end date values from the cells instead of hard coding them, changing these cell values will also change the highlighted date cells automatically like this. Watch these videos for more Excel tips, tricks and how-to tutorials. If you find this video useful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.